Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna hospitalized after prison attack starts conflict to score Bill's sympathy. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada, clearly hasn't learned her lesson after spending a little time in jail. Luna played up the idea of temporary insanity to Poppy Nozoa, Romy Park, and tried to convince her mom that she was still her sweet little girl. However, the smirk on Luna's face told a different story in private. After Luna got updates on Poppy's split from Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, it seemed like the wheels were already turning on a new plot. Of course, Bill just burned the letter Luna sent, but part of him was obviously moved by it. Although Bill is trying to put his chapter with Luna behind him, that'll be easier said than done. B&B spoilers say Luna will send Bill another letter during the week of November 11 to 15. And this one might have a slightly different tone, now that she knows Bill is single again. Regardless, it's easy to imagine Luna putting some clues in that letter about how hard it is behind bars and how she fears for her safety. Luna could act like she's in danger as part of a fresh scheme. Knowing Luna as well as we do, we won't be surprised if she instigates some conflict with another inmate or two. Perhaps Luna could provoke someone into attacking her and make sure she gets injured enough to land in the hospital. That would help Luna sell the idea that she's this poor imprisoned victim. Bill might come to see Luna if she gets hospitalized and have some sympathy for her once she's looking all beat up. Maybe then Luna could beg Bill in person to get her out of this dangerous situation. Luna might tug at Bill's heartstrings and convince him that she may not survive if he doesn't intervene. Bill has plenty of fancy lawyers on speed dial and judges in his pocket. If Bill really wants to get Luna off the hook, or at least transferred to a mental health facility, he can make that happen. Something tells us all that temporary insanity talk was laying the groundwork for the next phase of her story, so Luna may have good news in her future. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna will continue to manipulate Bill in the coming episodes, so stick with us for more predictions on how far she'll take things. Luna Forrester's world had always been defined by secrets. As the rebellious daughter of Ivy Forrester, she'd often found herself tangled in love triangles and family drama. But this time, she was dealing with something far more sinister. A plot that would put her life on the line and test her resilience in ways she never imagined. Her relationship with Bill Spencer had always been complicated. The powerful media mogul's rugged charm and relentless ambition had drawn her in, but their romance was rocky, filled with misunderstandings and mixed signals. Luna knew that, deep down, Bill cared about her, but in the world of the rich and ruthless, love often took a backseat to power plays. And now, as she lay in a hospital bed, bruised and battered from a recent prison attack, she knew she could use this tragedy to make him realize just how much he cared. The setup, a sinister plot unfolds. It all began when Luna decided to go undercover at a high-security prison to expose corruption. With her mother's influential ties to the Forrester legacy, Luna felt a responsibility to give a voice to those who couldn't speak up for themselves. But her investigation was more dangerous than she realized. She had barely scratched the surface of the prison's dark secrets when a sudden, brutal attack left her hospitalized. The attack wasn't random. Unbeknownst to Luna, she had drawn the attention of some powerful enemies, including some within her own family who would go to great lengths to ensure that certain secrets remained buried. Her hospitalization was a wake-up call to everyone around her, and most importantly, it presented a unique opportunity for Luna to make Bill see her worth. A new battle for Bill's heart. As soon as Bill received the news of Luna's condition, he rushed to the hospital his heart pounding with worry. Over the years, he had grown accustomed to playing the villain in other people's lives, but this time was different. Luna had brought out a softer, more protective side of him, and seeing her lying there, pale and vulnerable, made his emotions run wild. He blamed himself for not being there to protect her, and guilt gnawed at his conscience. But Bill wasn't the only one at the hospital. As he entered Luna's room, he was met with the sight of Ridge, Forrester, and Thomas, each with their own agendas. Ridge had never trusted Bill, and seeing him hovering over Luna's bed only intensified his suspicions. "Bill," Ridge said coldly, his voice tinged with accusation. "I don't know why you're here, but Luna doesn't need your meddling right now." Bill glared back, refusing to be intimidated. "I'm here because I care about her, Ridge. Unlike you, I actually want what's best for her. And right now, she needs support." Tensions flared as the two men exchanged heated words, both convinced that they knew what was best for Luna. For her part, Luna watched from her hospital bed, secretly pleased. She knew that Bill's jealousy could work to her advantage, especially if it meant rekindling his feelings for her. Brooke and Katie's fears. Meanwhile, news of Luna's attack had spread throughout Los Angeles, and Brooke and Katie were quick to show up at the hospital, driven by a mix of genuine concern and a fear that Luna's situation could jeopardize their own family's interests. Brooke pulled Bill aside, her expression a mixture of worry and frustration. "Bill, are you sure getting involved with Luna again is a good idea? This isn't some fleeting romance. She's connected to the Forresters, and they're bound to make your life hell." Bill's gaze softened as he looked at Brooke, but his determination was unshakable. "Brooke, I know you mean well, but this is different. Luna needs me, and I won't let her down." "Not this time." Katie, watching the exchange, couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy. She had hoped, deep down, that Bill might one day realize she was the one he truly loved. But seeing him so fiercely protective of Luna made her doubt whether that day would ever come. Luna's secret plan. As the days passed, Luna's recovery was slow but steady. She had a plan in mind, a risky one, but she believed it was worth the gamble. She knew that Bill's protective instincts could be the key to winning his heart. She wasn't above using her injury to her advantage, knowing that sympathy could be a powerful tool in her quest to make him see her as more than just another fling. But Luna's plan didn't stop there. She had discovered something chilling during her time at the prison, evidence that could ruin both the Spencers and the Forresters if it ever saw the light of day. This information made her a target, and she knew that revealing it could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. Still, she was determined to use it as leverage to secure her place in Bill's life, even if it meant crossing lines she had once vowed never to cross. A conflict spirals out of control. Bill's visits became more frequent, and with each visit, his connection to Luna deepened. But Ridge was determined to keep Bill at bay, convinced that Luna's involvement with him could only lead to heartache and chaos. One evening, Ridge confronted Bill in the hospital lobby, his eyes blazing with anger. "This has to stop, Bill. You're only putting Luna in more danger. She needs stability, not your reckless brand of romance." Bill clenched his fists, struggling to keep his temper in check. "You think I'm the one putting her in danger? Look around, Ridge. This attack happened on your watch. If anyone's to blame, it's you." Their shouting match quickly escalated, drawing the attention of nurses, doctors, and onlookers. It was a battle for control over Luna's future, and neither man was willing to back down. A heart-wrenching decision. As the days turned into weeks, Luna's health improved, but her dilemma grew. The bond she shared with Bill was undeniable, but she couldn't ignore the tension his presence was causing within her family. Ridge had all but declared war on Bill, and Thomas was no less suspicious. She realized that her plan to use Bill's sympathy might backfire if it caused irreparable damage to her family relationships. Luna knew she had to make a choice. She could either continue down the path she'd set, using her situation to secure Bill's affections, or she could walk away, sparing her family the turmoil that her relationship with Bill would surely bring. It was a painful decision, one that forced her to confront her own insecurities and desires. In the end, Luna chose to speak openly with Bill, sharing her fears and the struggle she faced. "I don't want to come between you and my family," she admitted, her voice filled with uncertainty. "But I can't deny how I feel about you, either." Bill took her hand, his expression softened by empathy and understanding. "Luna, we'll face this together. Whatever happens, I'm not going anywhere." A new chapter begins. As Luna left the hospital, her heart was filled with a mixture of hope and trepidation. She didn't know what the future held for her and Bill, but she was ready to face it head-on. The ordeal had changed her, made her stronger, and in some ways, it had brought her and Bill closer together. But lurking in the shadows was the secret she had uncovered, a secret that could destroy everything if it ever came to light. Luna knew that her troubles were far from over, and that her journey with Bill was only just beginning. And as she walked into the uncertainty of her new life, she couldn't help but wonder if her gamble for love would be worth the price she would eventually have to pay.